So the first question is, am I a fuckboy? Second question is, why do I attract fuckboys? Welcome to the Dime Drop. What's up, my guys? It's your boy HB, and welcome to the second episode of the Dime Drop podcast. As promised, we are on the balcony. You probably can't see it. But yeah, this is the balcony. This is where I envisaged everything before. But it was kind of cold. I mean, it's cold now, as you can see. I'm looking like an Eskimo. Shout out Wiley. But yeah, this is where the future is going to be. We've got mad plans. It's not just going to be me chatting here about shit on a microphone. It's going to be bringing in guests. We're going to be bringing in other people. We're going to have... Yeah, there's going to be a structure. I planned it out. Don't worry. We're just getting started. This is just venting basically. But yeah, we might as well get into it. So the first question, like I mentioned, is, am I a fuckboy? Now, just a little bit of a backstory. I didn't actually know what a fuckboy was up until I want to say 2016, when I went on a date with a girl and she was like, are you a fuckboy? I was like, I'm not going to lie to you. I really don't know what that is, so please elaborate. She told me what a said fuckboy was, and I was like, no, I'm not a fuckboy. And the reason why I say I'm not a fuckboy is because I believe that I'm pretty honest with my intentions from the get-go. I think people who are fuckboys and fuckgirls, I don't just want to put this on boys because I know girls do this too, but I think boys, from my experience and from what I hear, do it more. Yeah, I think the people who do it, people who are scared and essentially cowards. I know that's a strong term, but yeah, they're just scared because they're scared of not getting what they want through just being honest. They think they have to lie to get what they want. What they want is usually just sex. But yeah, man, with me, the first thing I always tell people, because I've had casual relationships before with girls where we both know where we stand, they last for a few months or whatever it is, and they end, and we both end on good terms, and it's fine. And the reason why I've had these and I've had people come up to me and be like, how have you ended in that situation? How do you do it, sort of thing? I'm like, just be honest, man. Honestly, be honest. I know I said honest a few times there, but be honest. Especially the majority of girls I've met since I've been in London have been through dating apps. And what I usually say is when they ask me, oh, what are you looking for? I'm just I don't know until we meet. And the reason I say that is because I believe when you meet, you get a vibe. You might get a vibe through text or whatever you do, FaceTime or whatever, but until you actually meet, you'll get a vibe of someone. And then you can assess what it is. I personally have 4 buckets of what's going to happen. I have one where I'm just there's nothing here. We don't even get on as people. We're so different. But it's nice meeting you, blah, blah, blah. So that's number one. So that's basically nothing comes of it. Second one is friends, where there's no attraction there, but you're you know what? We could actually just get on. We just get on as people. And I've had friendships that have come from these sort of things. So yeah, that's the second bucket. The third one is casual. So there's a vibe there, but it's not a, oh my God, I see this girl as wifey vibe. It's more we could hang out and I find this girl attractive and we can, do our thing, and just a casual vibe. So that's that one. And then the final one is sort of potential. You can see it actually going somewhere further. So yeah, that's how I kind of assess it. I know you probably shouldn't bucket stuff, but that's just my thought process behind it. And then by the end of the date, I don't like to call it a date the first time because I feel it's literally just a meetup. So I do something very casual, but yeah, at the end of that date, I will always say afterwards what I think the vibe is. I'll just put it out there. I'll be look, I think this is just a friends thing. This is, yeah, it's something that I want to pursue properly, or this is just a cash thing. I just put it out there straight away because I don't want to waste anyone's time. It's wasting my time as well to bullshit to a girl. And also, I can't be asked wasting emotions. Like, for me, I hate having a guilty conscience. So I don't want that on my mind when I'm chatting to a girl. I don't want to lead someone on for the wrong reasons. So yeah, and to be honest, girls will say no. Don't get me wrong. Like, girls have said no to me when I've said that. Like, when I'm like, I just think this is going to be casual. They're like, oh no, I'm not really up for that. But they always say, but thanks for letting me know. And I don't like to leave on bad terms with anyone. And I feel like I haven't because of that. Because I'll literally just say, yeah, what I want for that person. And they'll be like, no, it's not for me. And I'm like, all right, cool. But surprisingly to some guys, that some girls are okay with it. And yeah, that's how I've ended up in these situations. And I just feel it's literally just through honesty. Just have the balls to say it, man. Like, yeah, I feel like people just lack the balls. So grow some balls and fucking do it. Now the second question is probably going to be slightly more controversial. It's about, why do I track foot boys / foot girls? I want to broaden it to more than just that though. I want to say, why do I attract a certain type of person? Now for me, I think a lot of it comes down to the way you put yourself across. And the first thing that comes to mind is your appearance, because when you go into a place and you see some, like, no, I don't want to say this, but when you like become aware of someone, the first thing you do is look at them. Unless it's obviously like a blind date, then this goes out the window. But yeah, you look at them and then you automatically make a judgment on their appearance. It's just the way we are as humans. I know we probably shouldn't do it, but we do. And yeah, so that's what you first do. So the way that you come across, just even appearance wise, but then afterwards, the way like you talk, what you talk about, your confidence in your persona in general, all of that factors into the people you're going to attract. For instance, I think there was something last year where it was across the internet where there was this girl who's like an influencer, and she was wearing something like very tight and short, sitting in the park with her mates, and this idiot guy came over and started making some remarks that she felt she was being harassed. I don't condone that at all. What I will say is that if you dress a certain way, unfortunately you're going to have to expect that you're going to have some idiots coming your way. We don't live in a perfect world, and that's the consequence of it essentially. Now, if you're okay taking that and you can just brush it off, then by all means just keep living your life, man, and keep doing it. But if you can't, and this angers you and you start, I don't know, breaking down or anything like that, then you might have to reassess the way that you're putting yourself across. Because yeah, like I said, we all do make judgments. It's like, even like a guy, I'm not just talking about girls here. So for instance, if you see, like, prime example is, I remember a few years ago, I went into Selfridges after work. So I think I had a client meeting that day. This is about 5 years ago now. I had a like bougie client meeting, so I was like dressed up proper, and I went to Selfridges right after work, and I was obviously like dressed really smart and stuff, and I went into the Wonder Room, started walking around. All of the people in there were coming up to me like, oh, hi sir, blah blah blah, do you want to try this on, what are you looking for? They were really accommodating. Now I swear to God, I went about 2 days later, and I was just dressed in like joggers and like just like a sweat top and some trainers. Oh my God, the looks that I got compared to, and I had like a big coat, I think I might have had this coat on. The looks that I got were completely different. I'm the same person that before you were coming to me, asking me what I wanted and trying to help me. Now, you get to start following you because they're like, oh, this guy looks bare dodgy. And that's just the way it is, man. Like, that's life. You just have to deal with it. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And then it's like, not just not just even like when it comes to like the guys and girls you're trying to attract. It's like even goes to like job interviews, for instance. If you go for a corporate job, you're not going to turn up in a hoodie and Jordans. It's not going to give off the right impression. So they're not going to take you seriously. And then you could be literally the best person for that job in the whole wide world, and you will get rejected straight away on based on your appearance. So just take that away from this, because yeah, like appearance does play a massive bit. I'm not saying it plays everything, but and just the way you put yourself across, your lingo, the way you speak, the confidence you speak with. So in my eyes, appearance does come before anything at the start. And for those people who are wondering, oh, but you know, I want to dress like so and so, like this celeb and that celeb, that's fine. You can do that. Not saying don't do that. But what I'm saying is they don't have to deal with these people on a day-to-day basis, because they might have them on their like Insta feeds. Like you see like Kim K, for instance, she'll have like loads of simps just in her comments, but she don't look at them. Like she's like, oh, fuck it, man, it is what it is. And in a day-to-day life, like when she's out, she might have some idiots come to her, but they won't get to her because she's got a few bodyguards or whatnot next to her, so she doesn't have to deal with that. So yeah, man, like I said, if you can deal with it, if you can deal with the idiots that you don't really want to attract, then it's fine. But it's harder for people to take you, I want to say, seriously. Like I've come across people where where you get chatting to them and they look like they're by their pictures or something, that they just want one thing, and then they'll say, oh, I'm actually here for a relationship, and I start like, almost like a therapy session. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've done this before like 20 times probably, and I'm just like, look, I don't think with these pictures you're gonna get someone who's after a relationship. I know it sounds bad, but it's just the way it works, man. Like if you're dressed like in like a bra and panties on like Tinder or something, yeah, it's not gonna work. Also, the type of apps you use. So I know it shouldn't be a thing, but it is. If you go on Tinder, like back in the day, Tinder was obviously like the first kind of dating app, big mainstream one, and people used it for all sorts of reasons. Nowadays, from what I know, it's just a fucking app. So going on Tinder to look for a relationship, very rarely going to happen. It might, I'm not saying it won't, very rarely going to happen. So you got to sort of do your research and be like, yeah, I'll do this, not this. You got to think about that. Because you got to think about how you meeting this person. So if you're meeting them on Tinder, likely chances they just want to fuck. If you're meeting them on, I don't know, more relationship type app, they might actually want something from that. So you have to think about that, and that goes to not just, and like the thing is, people are using apps a lot more nowadays. So I think like in 2015 there was like 185 million users worldwide. In 2020 that raised to about 270 million, obviously because of the pandemic as well, but it's a constant rise. It's almost become the norm way to date now. I don't see people going up to people in bars, and I'm going to saving this for another episode because I've had so many experiences on dating apps. So yeah, I want to just chat you through them on something separate, because I want to keep these like I said, short and sweet. So yeah, that's all I had really. Like I think we probably should get to our dimes now. So the first one, like I mentioned, was please be honest about your actual intentions, man. Like honestly, like you have to take L's. Everyone's going to take an L. It's the way of life. But you will find people on your page and it'll work. The second one is wear something which shows how you want to come across. Like I said, like appearance is 9/10 of the law. I'm not going to lie to you. Another last thing is that you need to also, the vibe that you get like when you first meet someone, you need to be able to assess it from there and like think, oh, is this person, does this person seem genuine or not? Don't give everything away on that first date, and just keep your cards close to your chest, but also say to them at the end, like I mentioned, what you want from this, and you're not here to waste time, blah blah blah. and yeah, it should just work itself out. I know it's harder to sort of spot maybe fuckboys or whatever between compared to other people, but yeah, you just have to go through it with experience, unfortunately. But yeah, I think that was it. Just remember that time is the most valuable commodity on this planet, so please don't fucking waste it. So yeah, subscribe, guys. Follow on Instagram. That's Dime Drop. It's DIMP. Yeah, drop us comments, what you want to see. Comment on YouTube. Leave reviews on all your podcasts. And yeah, just let me know how it's going. Let me see what you want to see. We've got massive plans for this. Like I mentioned, bringing in guests, bringing in loads of different people. It's gonna be mad, trust me. And also I dropped a new song actually on Friday, so go check that out. Go on my personal page, HB_5291 Instagram. Yeah, your boy, go support him. But yeah, that was it. So thank you very much for joining, and hopefully see you again soon. Peace.